This is Woodman here with another channel message. The concept of the Jezebel spirit is often rooted in biblical texts, particularly in the story of Queen Jezebel from the Old Testament. This spirit is frequently associated with manipulation, seduction, and rebellion against divine authority. Here are 6 characteristics often attributed to the Jezebel spirit. The first is manipulation. The Jezebel spirit is known for its masterful manipulation. It operates by exploiting the vulnerabilities of others, using charm and persuasion to achieve its goals. This characteristic often manifests through emotional or psychological control, making others feel guilty or responsible for the Jezebel figure's feelings or actions. The manipulator often employs guilt trips, gaslighting, or other tactics to maintain power. Those under the influence may find it difficult to recognize the manipulation, as it can be cloaked in affection or concern. Ultimately, this characteristic serves to isolate the victim, making them dependent on the manipulator. The second is seduction. Seduction is another hallmark of the Jezebel spirit, which uses allure to gain influence over others. This can be both sexual and emotional, drawing people in with promises of intimacy or understanding. The seduction is often superficial, aimed more at control than genuine connection. Individuals affected by the spirit may find themselves caught in a web of desire and longing that leads to compromised values. The Jezebel spirit can create a facade of intimacy that obscures true intentions, fostering a sense of false security. This behavior not only undermines the personal integrity, but it can also cause significant harm to relationships. Rebellion, this being the third characteristic, is a rebellion against authority, whether it be divine or moral authority, and the Jezebel spirit is often expressing disdain for established norms and values, rejecting guidance and structure. The spirit thrives on chaos and discord, positioning itself against anyone who represents order or truth. This would manifest as blatant defiance and subtle acts of undermining authority figures. By challenging accepted standards, the Jezebel spirit fosters an environment of confusion and instability. This behavior can lead to spiritual and emotional disarray, both for the individual embodying the spirit and those affected by it around it. The fourth being control. Control is central to the Jezebel spirit's modus operandi. The spirit seeks to dominate relationships, environments, and even spiritual spaces. It often employs fear, intimidation, or seduction to maintain this control, ensuring that others remain subservient. Those under the influence of the Jezebel spirit may feel trapped in a cycle of compliance, unable to assert their own needs or desires. The desire for control can lead to destructive behaviors, as the spirit disregards the well being of others in its quest for power. Ultimately, this characteristic reinforces the isolation and dependency of the victim, perpetuating a cycle of oppression. You will note that this is very similar to how a narcissist operates. Deception. Deception is a significant trait of the Jezebel spirit, characterized by lies, half truths, and misrepresentation. The spirit often creates an illusion that can mislead others about intentions and motives. This deception can range from trivial untruths to elaborate schemes designed to manipulate perceptions and outcomes. This characteristic often leads to the betrayal, and trust is eroded over time, and those entangled within the Jezebel spirit may struggle to discern truth from falsehood, creating an environment ripe for confusion. The spirit thrives in these murky waters, using deception as a weapon to further its aims and maintain its influence. The sixth being spiritual warfare. The Jezebel spirit is often seen as a force engaged in spiritual warfare, with psychic attacks, particularly against light beings or those aligned with higher spiritual truths. It seeks to undermine faith, instill doubt, and create division among believers. This characteristic plays out in a range of behaviors designed to weaken the resolve of those pursuing spiritual growth. By attacking light beings, the Jezebel spirit attempts to dim their influence and create a vacuum where darkness can thrive. The spiritual assault often leads to feelings of despair and hopelessness among those targeted. The ultimate aim is to pull individuals away from their spiritual path, serving the forces of darkness in the process. So, what about the origin and spiritual context of the Jezebel? Well, the origin of Jezebel's spirit can be traced to biblical figure Jezebel, the wife of King Ahab in the Old Testament. She's known for promoting the worship of Baal, leading Israel away from Yahweh. In modern spiritual context, The Jezebel spirit represents a powerful archetype of rebellion and manipulation, often seen as a manifestation of spiritual oppression. It embodies a resistance to divine authority and promotes chaos in spiritual communities. In this framework, the Jezebel spirit acts as an adversary to light beings, working to obstruct their spiritual journeys and disrupt their connection to Source and the divine truth. What about their vampiric nature? Well, from a vampiric perspective, the Jezebel spirit's attack on light beings is seen as an effort to drain their energy and vitality. The spirit thrives on negativity, fear, and emotional turmoil, feeding off the energy generated by these states. By instigating conflict and manipulation, the Jezebel spirit weakens victims, making them more susceptible to further attacks. This vampiric dynamic allows the spirit to gain power, perpetuating its influence and serving the darkness. In this context, light beings represent purity and truth, which the Jezebel spirit seeks to put out that light, extinguish it, or corrupt it. Ultimately, the interaction serves to strengthen the forces of darkness, hindering the spiritual evolution of those being targeted. If you enjoyed this message, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome aboard. This is a safe space. If you're returning, I thank you so much. I love you so much. You make this channel a great place. In the name of Most High God, I wish you health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance, as well as blessings and protection if you so deserve it. Woodman signing off. Have a great day. Bye.